I've been up and running all day. So we are going to do a full card review of Fight Night. Talk about a bit of news, and yeah, I said I would do a giveaway, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. So it's up to you lot really to participate. It's not down to me. I mean, I'm the one doing the giveaway. But anyway, how is everybody? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is good. I didn't pick my nose, I just scratched it. So let's get into the fight card today. Emmett versus Valios, I think. I'm probably butchering the name. I mean, hope everyone's doing well though. So UFC Fight Night today. I believe it's in the Meta Apex. Josh Emmett versus Kevin Valijos, I believe is how you pronounce it. So let's go through the whole card. So I'm going to go through the whole card. We'll talk about MMA news, and then I'm going to let you know how to enter and win the giveaway. So, first fight of the night is Piero Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. Only one of them have a wiki, as you know. Pretty good. Sam Hughes is on a 3-fight winning streak. I'll probably go with Sam Hughes in this one. I reckon Sam Hughes might get the victory here. Then we got Luna Lacada versus Heka Sosa, bantamweight. There's no wiki for either of them, so I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say Luna. I don't know. Women's bantamweight, Patrice Mesquida versus Montserrat Rendon. Only one of them's got a wiki. So the one that's got a wiki is probably the one they're favouring. She hasn't even lost. So I'm going to go with Patrice. Bad Tavares versus Eric Anders. That is a good fight. These are two guys who've been here for a while. So, we got Bad Tavares is coming off a loss. Then he had a win. Then he had 2 losses. Then a win over Chris Weidman. That win over Chris Weidman was meant to propel him to the next stage, man. But he lost to Gregory Robocop. Then we got Eric Anders. He's been fighting for a while as well. He's coming off 1 loss to Christian Leroy. Yeah, Christian Leroy, dangerous. I think he's going to be fighting next week, I believe, in the UK card, I believe. Going against Roman Dolidze, I think. So he actually beat Chris Weidman too. And he beat Jamie Pickett. I'm probably leaning towards Eric Anders, but I like Brad Tavares, so see what happens. We got Bolji Oki versus Manuel Souza. No idea who they are. There's no wiki. I have no idea. Elijah Smith versus Yu So-young. No wiki. If there's no wiki, I'm not gonna pick because it's just I don't know. Then we got Vitor Petrino versus Stephen Asplund. I'm gonna go for Petrino, man. Petrino, when he is a big dude, he's on a 2-fight winning streak. Beat Thomas Peterson and Orson Lane. He did lose to Jacoby and Anthony Smith, but that was at light heavyweight. He's now fighting at heavyweight and he's undefeated. Well, I don't think he's fought at heavyweight prior. No. So he's undefeated at heavyweight at the moment. Chris Curtis versus May Kittybek Oribali. Where is this person from? Oh, Kazakhstan. Dang, these Kazakhstan people are strong, man. Okay, he's on a 2-fight winning streak. KO Jack Manson and Tifi. And he had a split decision loss. Chris Curtis. He is... Oh, okay. Beat Matt Griffin by a split decision. Lost to Roman Kopylov before that. Lost to Brandon Allen before that. I'm probably going to go with this Matiki guy. Matiki Beck. I'm going to go with him. Then into the main card. Charles Johnson versus Bruno De Silva. See, Charles Johnson's coming off a loss to Alex Perez TKO. Before that, he did beat by TKO punch Linnea Kavanagh, who just beat Brandon Moreno. Bruno De Silva is coming off a win, but 2 losses. I'm going to go with Charles Johnson. I think Charles Johnson's going to get the job done. Ion Kulubataba versus Umar Sky. I'm going to go with Ion Kulubataba. Then we have Marwan Rahiki versus Harry Hardwick. I'm going to go with, I'm not sure because they both don't have a wiki. Andre Feely versus Jose Miguel Delgado. I'm going to go with Andre Feely because it's not a wiki. So Amanda Lemos versus Gillian Robertson. I think I'm going to go with Gillian Robertson because she usually gets the job done. She's actually pretty good. Yes, she's on a 4-fight winning streak. Marina Rodriguez, Luna Pinheiro, Michelle Watson, and Polly Vania. I don't think she's in the UFC anymore. Amanda Lemos is coming off a loss to Tatiana Suarez. She beat Lasmin Letudio, but she lost to Verena Jorobia. But before that, she beat Mackenzie Dunn, the current champion at weight, at strawweight. So I'm going to go with Gillian. And in the main event, now, I did go with Josh Emmett initially. He's on 1 in 5. Lost to Eustace Lazal, lost to Leron Murphy, beat Bryce Mitchell, lost to Ilya, and lost to Laia Rodriguez. That's not looking good. Kevin Velios, Argentina. Woo! He's on a 6-fight winning streak. Last win over Giga Jazidze, and he beat Choi Song Woo by TKO punches. This is the rare occasion where I flip the pick. I'm gonna go with Kevin. I think he's gonna get the job done. I have to go with what you've done with me lately. When I made that initial prediction, I went with Josh Emmett because Josh Emmett is that guy. He's awesome. But after looking at all of that, I think I'm gonna go with Kevin. So I think Kev's gonna get the job done. So that is my UFC 4-card picks. As I always do, I'll go live and I'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, MMA news, what's been happening? So I think the latest news is Francis Ngannou is facing Philippe Lins, I think his name is. So Philippe Lins, I think he's coming off a 4-fight winning streak in the UFC. Took 2 years out. I think it's for his family and to elevate himself. I think I heard him say he's facing Francis Ngannou, who's fought more recently than him in boxing and in MMA. So he's fought more recently. I think they're around about the same age. I think Felipe has a stand-up game and ground game as well. I think he takes people down. Francis has been working on his takedown defense and he has knockout power. So I think Francis is going to take that one. I like Francis. I don't really know too much about this Felipe guy, but anyone can be upset. But I think Francis is going to do him. And then we have Ronda Rousey taking shots at the UFC, talking about fighter pay, talking about how poor the UFC White House card is, and Dana White apparently knows it. Allegedly, this is what she's been saying. Crazy talk. The White House card is good. I haven't done a video on the White House card, but yeah, it's a solid card. But I get what everybody's saying. It could be better. We could have had, if you'd had John on there or Connor on there, it would have pushed it over the edge, over the line. I think a lot of fans are thinking it's not pushing it over the line. It's pushing it up to the line, but not over the line for what you would say a monster card. And I really think the White House, things like UFC 300, the White House card, these are where you need to throw the balls at the wall. Just pay everybody what they want to be paid. Just throw the balls at the wall. But Listen, I don't know what's going on. The thing is, as well, I'm not trying to. I'm not. I don't work for the UFC. Hey, if they want to hold at me, hold at me. I'll make content for the UFC. I'll make it. I'll talk about the UFC all the time. But I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, they should have paid John Jones 40 million. Da, 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 da. Listen, the problem is we don't run the business side of it. We don't understand the business. We don't under. None of us understand the business that's working for the company. And there's a reason why the UFC is the only MMA organization in town. There's a reason why a lot of all these other organizations have gone bust. Okay. Now, I'm not saying people that shouldn't be getting paid. I want the fighters to be paid, but I think it has to be at the interest and business interest for the UFC. They may have certain margins they work towards when paying fighters. I don't know, but there's a reason why they're still around, and there's a lot of other organizations that have gone out of business. That's another thing we have to think about. Like if they start paying everybody 30 million, you know what I mean? Sooner or later it's gonna creep up. Like every pay-per-view they're paying someone 30 million, we're not probably gonna have a UFC left. So um I don't know. But obviously they got the money. But everyone's talking about Conor Ben getting paid 15 million, but apparently that money's come from Turkey Al Sheikh, not the UFC. So I don't know what to say there. But I listened to a lot of talk about the White House card. Like I said, I would have preferred it if you had Connor in there or John. It would have pushed it over the edge. It would have pushed it to that stratosphere of being a White House card worthy. But working on what we have, working on what's within the budget, that's what we have. We have what we have. Allegedly, like I said, I don't have any. Me telling you this is like fourth hand news. Fourth hand news. They offered Islam to Taporia, and Taporia's like manager was like allegedly isn't enough money. They wanted more money to fight Islam on the White House. Pardon me. So they said no because they wasn't given more money. They weren't going to fight Islam at the White House. So it is what it is. And nothing else I can say to that. I don't know if it's true or not. I have no idea. But that's what the people are saying. This is fourth hand information. Ilya was offered Islam at the White House, but Ilya wanted more money and the UFC wasn't willing to pay more money. That's it. I don't know anything else. Islam said he'll fight for free. This is all allegedly. I don't know. So we will see what happens. Shame didn't have Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison on the White House. That's the White House card worthy fight, but that's not there. Like I said, shame there's no Nate, there's no George Masvidal, there's no John, there's no Connor. I think that's what the people are complaining about. That's what the people wanted to see. Is what it is. Don't talk to me. I'm not even the messenger. I'm just some guy reporting this. You need to talk to the UFC about it. So yeah, we will see. But it's going to be a good card. It looks like it's a solid card. I'm impressed with it. So we will see what happens with it. But it's going to be a good fight. Coming to close to the time, I will do my predictions. I'll do my prediction for Ilya versus Justin and Piera versus Cyril Gain or Cyril Gane. So yeah, let's see what happens there. I'm looking forward to all of that. Any other news to cover? Yeah, I've got predictions coming up. I did predictions for Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pfeiffer. I've done a prediction for that, so you lot will see that soon. Is there anything else on that weekend? I know there's AEW Wrestling Revolutions on at tomorrow, so I will do a review of that sometime in the week, probably Monday. I'll do that, and I think that's it. Oh, my giveaway. So obviously you have to follow local laws with giveaways. You don't have to pay anything. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. You don't have to pay nothing. It's all easy. I'm gonna ask you a question. You have to DM me the answer, and you have to do it before Wednesday. So this week, Wednesday, you have to DM me before that what you think the answer is to the question to win the giveaway. Okay. And Wednesday is the 18th of March. So you got to DM me. The latest is the 17th at 12:59 GMT time. So the question is this. This is for the giveaway. This is the win. And to win, let me tell you how you win. So you don't pay anything or nothing like that, following the local laws. All you have to do is DM me on my Bitman TV Instagram page, which you can see in my link in the bio, or just go onto my page, you'll see it. Go into any of my videos, you'll see it. DM me on Bitman TV Instagram. The answer is basically the first one who gives me the answer wins. As simple as that. And you win a cash giveaway. So the question is this, and I will post who the winner is. Everyone can DM the winner to find out if it's all true. This is all true. This isn't any BS. I'll be sending $50 to, if you're in America, $50, or UK £50, wherever you're from, 50. Okay. The question is this: what UFC card, what numbered UFC card got me into watching the UFC? Okay, so that's the question. What numbered UFC card got me into watching the UFC? If you can send your answer to Bitman TV Instagram page, the first person who gives me the correct answer by next week Tuesday, which is the 17th at 12, the latest you can do is 12:59 a.m. GMT time. No. Let's go. It's 11:59 GMT PM on the 17th. That's basically midnight on Tuesday here in England. That's the last one it's cut off. Anything after that, I can't take. So you got now until then to send me who you think, yeah, or what you think the UFC card was that got me into UFC. Okay? I think I might have mentioned this on one of my videos, but I've done loads of videos. Good luck finding that. So that's the question. What UFC card got me into UFC and start watching it and covering it? Okay. DM me your answer at Bitman TV. The first person who gets it right wins the giveaway. And you have to do it by the 17th at 11:59 p.m. GMT time. So that's it from me. Hope everyone's doing well. That's my prediction for the full card this weekend. We have the card in London next week. I might even do a watch along if we can. If I can, I might do a watch along for that one. We'll see. I might do a watch along next week. It's on at a normal time in the UK, so we'll see. So I might do a watch along for that one. So come and watch with me. Come watch me. Come roll with me. Okay. It's cold out here. There you go.